You have to do them thing there? Yeah, man, you're wicked, man. Yeah, play that. From the very first time I placed my eyes on you.
IReggaeNation is at Grafton Studios with Chronixx and the Zincfence Band, where we caught up with them for them to share their thoughts on their music and their movement.
Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. I don't wanna wait in vain for your love.
Let's learn some more about these musicians who have etched their way into our consciousness.
And I say East and Techland, East and Trample Beast, and welcome man from out of East. I was at Cease, Babylon, and time Mr. Chronixx in the streets. I was at Zincfence Band. Fire unleashed. See some trampling beats. When the tables turn, me let I look, preaching so every hand I've taken will burn. I can Chronixx and the Zincfence Band, or the Zincfence Band, I would introduce us as some revolutionary musicians, taking a different approach to music. We have a whole different outlook on music in general, and we are very young, and as the world would say, inexperienced, which is what we have as our advantage. We don't have all the standards of the world on our backs. So, we just float by with the music on our own time, So, each and every one of these members in Zincfence Band, they all reach out to I, in several different ways, expressing their vision for the Zincfence Band and their vision for Chronixx within the world music. So, naturally it's not a vibe where we went and pick a band and ask people. It was just everybody have the same vision, and I mean that in itself is unity, when everybody is looking in the same direction. But Edna Manley would most definitely have a part to play with everything, because
you don't know Edna Manley, the factory, the factory, blessed.
School would have a lot to do with it. I was never a member of the Edna Manley or a student there, but we're always closely related to the musicians from a long time. Because musicians are really the backbone of reggae music if you check the whole history. some of the biggest names in reggae music are not the lead singers, but the musicians, you know. So, yeah, man. I'm the father named Nambo. He's still a musician, you know. He play music with Freddie McGregor, Sly and Robbie, all of the greats. Speaking of musician again, you know, we have Joshua here, the son of Desi Jones.
Desi boy.
So, you know, we are all born into music when I check it. You know, like me, you know, Yellow from church days I sing and I play music. Yellow used to play every instrument. Every Sunday I come with a different thing he must play. So I never know if I should call him Keezy, Gitsy, Drummy or what. He must just play everything. You know, from church time, we know Yellow from where I look at you. You know, and it's really, you know, and then Elisha been playing music. Elisha was grown up in church, parents are preacher. Like, you know, we are all born into music. And my father now, you know, caused me to be exposed to music in a very, I don't know, it's like a very marvelous way, and I really see how where I am now is a result of that. Because really and truly, you know, my father wasn't a person who in any way, shape or form told me or hinted that Chronixx, you should go there and be an artist, you know. Because the music business was very rough as far as he's concerned, you know, based on his experiences. So like any good father, he want his children to come be better things in life than what he was or what he is, you know what I mean? So most definitely, like any good father would do, send them out to school, make sure it's an education. So you want to come turn an artist and, you know, live like dog. Because that's how most of our Jamaicans, the greatest artists in Jamaica, like some of them dead and can't even bury. You know, so you don't really want that for female youths, and you said you go to school and chill out. You know, make sure they get the education. But music is conscious. Music in general is conscious. Because look, if you strip the lyrics of any piece of music, it is the most glorious thing ever. It can be played in church, it can be played in school, it can be played at home, it can be played anywhere. So when you say conscious music now, like, you know, that is where we go wrong. Like we feel like there's, alright, because if you're going to create a category of conscious music, that means you're creating a category of bad music, unconscious music, Satan music, you know. But there's only one music, and music is pure, and music is very much conscious and unconscious at the same time, because sometimes it just flows from a place where you don't even know, you don't even know where the song is coming from, but it's coming. See? What led me, you know, into this music is Rastafari. Most definitely, because, you know, it means I grew up in a church, and I was grew up listening to gospel music, dancehall, jazz, R&B, all different kind of music. And the only music where I could find a level of inspiration and upliftment in is Rastafari music. And this is not reggae music or dub music or ska or rocksteady, but Rastafari music, where the teachings of His Majesty through our form of music, you know, or through your personal form of music. Is Rastafari really inspired me to do this kind of music? Well, you know, the music bear the same philosophy that was bared by Marcus Garvey, Emperor Haile Selassie. You know, all of these great people who trod earth and really, you know. So it's the same philosophy. Like I always tell people that the message not change, it's just things and time change, you know. So it's like, don't feel like my message is anything different from what Peter Tosh or what Jacob Miller or what Bob Marley or what Dennis Brown or any one of them was saying.
What is your message?
You know, it's as I'm telling you, it's the same. It is accept each other for who they are. You know, chant down Babylon, burn them down to ash. You know, my philosophy is accept each other for who they are. You know, and that is the real revolution, because that is where the mind graduates from stage 1 into stage 2, and from a past stage 1 they just fly through the other stages, because then now you gotta have a universal love for all mankind. And that now cancel out some little silly words such as war, hatred, racism, all of them things there. Abuse, all of them things there. Get thrown out when love is in the mix. You know what I mean? So, yeah man. I know when I start love yet on earth. When we start love, you have to see the difference, you know? I mean, we have been here for thousands of years. So there is no doubt.
Personally, for me, practice, definitely. Not just technical practice as skills or whatever, musical practice, but listening to the environment, listening to even YouTube, as simple as you might take it. You know, listening to older musicians, you know.
Well, listening to music, listening to more mature musicians. Like, yeah, for instance, I'm a drummer. You have some young drummers who are very quick, fast, and they can do all sorts of things that will blow your mind and thing. But you have some older musicians who, like, when they play, you say, that's a simple beat, but they play with such, they're coming from, they're playing from the soul, right? And all they replicate what is in their soul on the drum set. It's different from how some young guys put it on the drum set now. So I tend to go for the older guys, right? And learn new chops from newer guys. But I want to play from my soul. So I listen to music for the soul. So I play from the soul.
Same thing, you know. Observe. I really all everything balance out, isn't it? What keeps me on top of my game? Well, alright, it's like I don't really be on top of my game still. So it's like I always aiming for a higher leveling. You see me? So it's like when you just start out, you probably you listen to a song and you just catch the progression and you just work out basically the formality of the song, and then it's like further down now you realize there are more intricacies to a song. You see me? A simple rhythm, they have phrases, it have a verse, it have a chorus. So it's like the way how I look at music or the way how I looked at music 5 years ago is not like now. Like I pre it from a way different angle. Like it's a whole spiritual thing. Like whether in church, whether on a reggae stage, whatever is, it always have to come from your heart. You see me? So that I think push the whole on top of your game thing. Like reaching there then. You're not gonna ever reach the top still. But you see me?
Well, the first time my music connected with anybody, I couldn't see it because it was like halfway around the world. Kenya, Europe, all over, you know. I never get to experience it, you know, but you could see the trend, you could feel the feed, you know, how people talk to you when a man fly down from Europe and come and see on the road. He's like, Chronixx, you know, while
Chronixx.
your fellow Jamaicans are like, oh, what is happening, you know? But when you get to actually see it now, within your home now, I mean, it's a very humbling thing for me. I mean, I've always been a responsible person and I always feel that sense of responsibility with everything that I do. You know, because there's always onlookers of a certain age, of impressionable minds, of, you know, there are always, all of you don't know who the audience is. With this age of technology and like, every youth can just go on YouTube and listen to them feel like every man can just download anything on him iPad. You know, like, you can't shy away from your responsibility. But you know what I always urge people to do now is like, it is in the Bible where even Christ couldn't carry the cross by himself. You know? So don't rest on the fact that artists are very influential to the development of the youths and to the whole, you know, to the whole nature of society. You know, we are very influential, but society shouldn't dwell on that. You know, we should also look on the different roles that the different entities have to play: school, church, family. You know, and don't just leave it on an artist to raise your child for you, or to you know, raise your community. But yeah, man, I always feel responsible. Like, You know, I feel extra responsible, I feel like a grandfather. Well, you know, I always give thanks to my challenges because they always turn around to be my advantage in life. My challenges are the reason why I am, and the reason why I am who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I always tell people that when you walk in line with your destiny, nothing go wrong. Like, no. Like I couldn't tell when last ants by. You know what I mean? Because it's just a level of perfection. Not with me, but with time and with Jah and with Jah plan. Because look, if Jah plan is leading you this way and you go that way, and in the belly of the way you go end up. And then you have to go find back your way on your own. You know, but when you just answer to Jah calling and if Jah say go out there and sing good music, if you just do it, everything runs smooth. Most of the youth them who do music now, they are not supposed to be doing music. Some of them are doctors, some of them are lawyers, some of them are teachers, some of them are nurse. But because the artist thing bling and money and car and house and pretty girl, you know, that is what everybody wants. I don't know see nothing will happen when we say you are something bad. Any hardship and like, you know, I go through a whole heap of things as I you, but that come with that it is not as a result of being an artist, or it's not within music, but life on a whole presents challenges every now and then. As a matter of fact, every day. But within music now, I can't say I ever see because look, I have a team that works on my behalf tirelessly every day, diligence. The heights are diligence. I have a band that works with me wholeheartedly, you know. So it's a movement. It's not like one man going that way and one man going that way, you know? And I'm never left out in the cold. So we have to give thanks to the team and to everybody. Zincfence, you know what I mean? So Zincfence take care of most things, you know. So give thanks. I know music up to a level where I can be very functional out in the world of music and the music business industry, whatever. Like where most artists find it hard is that they don't have a clue what is happening around their voice. You know what I mean? Like I am 150% aware of every single vibration that takes place around my vocals. So I think that within itself is being a musician and a musicologist and all of the other music things that you can do. You know, because you know it takes a level of knowledge and a level of experience if you can be so conscious about accompaniment and these things. One day I was at the Bob Marley Museum and Georgie, I don't know Georgie, but yeah, Georgie looked on me and said, you know, Georgie is a chef. Georgie looked on me and said, your music is like food, you know? But just like when you cook, you must taste the food before you give people. So you say whenever you sing a song, taste it first before you give it to the people. Taste your lyrics, taste your message. See if it can apply to you before you give it to people. So that was one thing, and I don't think I will ever forget that. You know, so big up Georgie. You know what I mean? You have to big up Georgie everything. I always tell them if you come into the business, you're not going to make it. Right? Why? Like most people come into the business, and this is the business of music, right? You will not make it. No. This is how it goes. You can't be a part of music and music business at the same time, right? So you have people who deal with the business, and you have people who deal with the music. Like me, now I go ask Joshua for management. You know what I mean? Because he's a musician. And me now I go ask Yellow for Yellow, could you please arrange an interview? You know what I mean? He's a musician. I can tell him, Yellow, please could you arrange a song? He can do that. See? Or I can look at Kiki and say, yo, Kiki, you know, say, now they don't feel good, I can't feel it.
No,
you know,
this
say, if you're coming into the business, come into the business, but don't feel like you're going to be an artist. Like none of the food that you see on the shelf in the supermarket, they don't even know what they're doing. They're just busy being an item. They don't even know that they're on the shelf. Like,
True that.
you know, I'm a product out there, but I don't even see myself as a product. I see myself as a vessel and as a visionary and as a person on a mission doing job work. Like, I don't even look at the music business because that's not my business. See, my work is music. So my advice to any youth out there, stay far from the business and stay close to music.
Yeah,
Because if you know how the business works and you can't hold a card, destruction is going to take it. Or if you're bust, because enough of them get away with it and bust. If you're going to become a carpenter, you can't just be busy being a carpenter alone. You have to know. You know, but at the same time, any carpenter who has to sell his goods himself will always be like a man in a shack. But a carpenter who have business people around him. And the thing with it is like most artists are afraid to trust people. You know, it is obvious the reason why they do that. But they can't trust people with their music and with their business. Because it's your business, you know, that's why I name music business is the musician's business. But we can't handle it and do music at the same time. You know, it's not realistic. So, my advice, stay far from the business, stay close to music. Like, knowing about the business don't mean say you have to go out there and do it. But you know, and then when your team acknowledge your knowledge of the business, then they will be more sharp. Because they know, say, Chronixx, no, if we make a mistake, then no. You know what I mean? So, knowing about the business don't mean that you're going to enter into the business and, you know, like, you have enough artists who are driving, go link this jockey himself, talk to this jockey, or talk to this, I mean, people even if you see it, you're supposed to be in a studio, where you do this? You know, the song, we just sing a song.
Right, that's true.
Write a song. Just sit down and write a song. Sit down and write a song. Sit down and produce a tune. Go find a musician and sit down and play some music, you know? Get familiarized with music. Don't feel like so you have to get immersed into this business because it is filled with the worst people. And it is not good for your creativity.
No.
You'll end up singing songs about
Demon.
negative people all the time and bad mind.
Dear demon.
But that is all they're going to sing about if you're a part of the music business. But me can sing about butterfly, me can sing about flowers, me can sing about the river.
Why upon the butterfly? Why?
Anything.
Why
Why
upon the butterfly?
We in a good world where everything is good.
Fantasy.
You know what I mean? Fantasy land we live in. For a very long time, for my early life into music, professionally, was being a producer, you know. So that song was written for our next artist and we write it and we demo the song for the game. You know, even when I was recording that song, I was like, yo, that song I go, but when I'm gonna sing it, you know, and Teflon and Java Evil was at 10 and a half, and they were Java Evil crew said 10 and a half is 10 and a half First Avenue, Vineyard Town, right over this. You know, I was living there at the time. The man them say, yo, that song is bad, and them take it as them anthem until it left from 10 and a half to First Avenue to Vineyard Town to the whole of East Mountain View, a Fidel song. Yes. So I'm like, I can't go bother give the man, because everybody know it as my song, you know, and I was really looking forward to this artist singing the song because, you know, it was going to be one of my best productions, you know. So Zincfence Records, you know, we wrote and arranged the song, build the rhythm and everything. And then until after all this, said the people them love it and Teflon and say, yo, Chronixx, if you give it that song, I'm gonna deal back with you. Done with you.
Cut.
So we just mix the tune. We didn't even mix it. We didn't even mix it. The demo I play for it. That demo now mix it in the master.
Yeah, what?
The other day, I said, Chronixx, could you send me a waveform, a high quality version of the curtain? I was like, man, you salt with 3 teeth because there is no high quality for this song. There is a demo. Like, I don't know how you're going to manage, you know. But most of my earlier songs that I recorded, you know, was Father, I did some demo. What we do. You know, even songs like Warrior. I wrote it for a friend of mine. You know, he ended up not sing it. So as I tell you, in life, yo, it's just a thing where I feel like I was set up for this. It's not like I'm trying to do this. You know, I don't get up and try hard to do music and try my very best and you can do it. But the music just falls in place. I have to give you thanks. My favorite song that is released, because my favorite song is not yet released.
Alright, give us both.
Alright, from the ones that are released, they don't know, and I said they don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Yeah, that's my favorite release, Julian. Okay. Favorite unreleased. Right. What good feelings, so what's up?
He's out.
Give me a buckle of
He's out.
I'm at the mix of the roots with Medina.
Viva, big up yourself. Viva. Big up Viva, Uncle Viva.
You know, it's a song that just family and thing, and it's based on real life events. Both of these songs, you know, both the released and unreleased. It's like real life things inspire these songs. So these are not songs that were written for other people, but they are written based on my experiences. And I see where your experiences are not unique to you in this life, but you have other people who, if they tell them life story, one life is the same life you never live. No, so when we say spirulina now, it's a real thing where it's a health, because music and health and fitness go hand in hand. You know what I mean? And them said nothing beats a healthy population. Like that is the most needed thing within any society. So before you have rich people and even before you have educated people, you have to keep healthy, you have to keep FIT, as Viva said, you know. Well, I think my music is as a result of a movement, you know. He used to have a show right that's named Israel Gallery. Hundreds of people come.
Where is this?
Right here.
Right in the parking lot.
Right in the parking lot. And like any little small venue, I will keep showing their ramp full of people. But Jamaica knew nothing about this. Only our following, you know. You know, you have Wiki Waki, you have Jamnesia, until I move forward to keep some show called Chronixx Live. Sold out every time. We have to lock door and lock gate. Nobody else can come in.
Your badness push up.
You know, and we have to have security at gate. And push up people and like well covered all of the greatest, like the people within the music who are very much in tune to what is happening were a part of it. But the general public never experienced it. And there's no way you can re-experience that. Behind Curtain and them songs, they come from way back. Like Behind Curtain was nominated for the best for Song of the Year in Kenya in 2011. You know, that's very close to 2 years ago. You know what I mean? And I won Breakthrough Artist of the Year this year in Jamaica. And I won that in Kenya from 2011.
Last year, 2012.
Yes. And I won that in Kenya for 2011. And I won Artist of the Year this year in Kenya for 2011. For 2012. First and foremost, big up the whole Kenya, Mombasa, big up Gambia, big up Nigeria, big up West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, North Africa, Ethiopia, Egypt, Libya, and say a word. So where would I want this movement to go now? I mean, I really see the movement out there starting within the youths, listening to the music. And I would want them to get exactly where the songs are leading them. You know? Pull up your pants, catch back your collar, and do right in life. You know what I mean? So don't continue your lifestyle where you live now, because look, artists tend to capitalize on the demise of the people. What they make money from is what kill people. So they make money from gun lyrics and kill people. They make money from bleaching and kill people. They make money from blue movie and kill people. Right? They make money from violence and kill people. Their lifestyle is killing the people. Right? And even them who come in here can agree with me, they can't disagree with you. What you say? Your music never caused the deterioration of the general public, of the general population. Your music never did that. The miseducation of the people, Your music never did that? It did. It's a fact. So it's not like you're trying to correct their thing. What's done is done. But you have a new set of youth now within Jamaica who them youth are normal. Them youth are born warrior, born revolutionary. And you can't change them. 2 years from now, Chronixx and the Zincfence Band will still be Chronixx and the Zincfence Band.
Well, 2 years from now, Chronixx and the Zincfence Band will be all over the world. Seriously. Never not give no joke right now. All over the world because the message Kenya. Big up Mombasa. Big up. So we're really serious though, all over the world because the message is not normal. Tell it and I don't hear that. So big up. See?
2 years from now, Chronixx and the Zincfence Band will be viewed as revolutionaries of music and lyrics of all genres because we're going to incorporate everything. We want to reach people who don't speak English. We want the flow of the music, the tune to be hummed by a 3-year-old. We want like the lyrics to influence a man, not to kill another man. We want the lyrics to influence a man. I take the females to the riverside and let them have fun with nature, right? All right.
We don't full of words like them, man, and still, so keep it simple. We're going to be global, universal, anything you want to put it. We're going to be big and better. Just watch and see. 2 years from now, Chronixx and the Zincfence Band, basically, we are just tools. You don't know that. You see me? We are just tools. So basically, 2 years from now, I guess this movement will be bigger. We're going to start bring this music worldwide. People are going to start to up on stage and say, yo, so them youth, they did conscious for real. You see me? So I really that vibe there. Pure music, pure lyrics, playing from your heart. Show some youth say, yo, this is the writer saying it I come from here. So because like I always have this theory that music flows from the universe through your heart, through your fingers, to your instrument, back. And it's a big cycle. So everybody just grasp that. You see me? And make them know, say, yo.
From from now, Chronixx and the Zincfence Band will still be Chronixx and the Zincfence Band.
And that's a vision now.
Like it or not.
So basically, you see me?
Well, this is real easy still. Now when I look at it, this is the easiest question thus far. Joshua, basically, him is the hard drive of the band, right? The hard drive, which means all things is stored in his brain, right? Yeah. If you forget a key for your song, Josh, what's the key? A minor. Josh, no. At the same time of him being jovial and fun-loving, is a youth who's serious about music, right? He's not joking with music, see? Elisha, on the other hand, Elisha is the intellect of the band and he is a person who can fix anything. So, if you're driving on the road and our car happens to break down, he's a person who will fix it and you can talk to everybody in standard English. Yes, even British. He was a real representative. You know? He really know how to go out there and represent the band. In the case of they have to have a meeting with a technical team or anything, he know everything and he can fix things and he is a very good engineer. And he is very passionate about the things that he's passionate about. You know, but yeah, and then Namdi is very miserable. So you have to always give Namdi exactly what he wants. Because if Namdi asks for a bed, 4x4 square feet, whatever you have to give him that. Or in teeth kiss from now to that.
Namdi no, please. Namdi no. Namdi is the happiest man in the band. Say that sugar. Namdi is the happiest one. But him is the vexes. That man had him schizo. Definitely that man had schizo. Trust me.
You know, and Namdi is
Just-
a youth who is very musical. You know? So his input within the band is like, I would say Namdi is a person who would just bring the music together, because if we ever play without Namdi, you know, very bright youth. You know what I mean? Not dance man.
Mm.
Yeah, and then Zugo now, who is not
here,
present
right.
at the time. Zugo, Kevin. Ghana one
So
thing.
like funeral while I-
They just come see me a while ago, because I don't say I one movement and all I will play for one another, you know?
Yes, sir.
Me and Kabaka backup singer, me and Kelly's a backup singer. You know? So we sing backup the artists within the movement. You know, we got everybody from West Street, every musician in Jamaica. Zogo is the lines man. When you talk about melody, soul, spontaneous. Him just come out of nowhere with that wicked guitar lines, and he's very soulful, and he's very vintage. He's an old soul. We are praying for you like Yellow from a long time within Jamaican music. See? He's a very strong keyboard player, as in him can bring the recording on stage. Like he can bring the vibe from the song on stage.
2 keyboard.
With his two
With 2 keyboard.
So, if you need samples to fly, you will fly them. You know what I mean? If you want a phrase from the song to play back, you'll know it already. You know what I mean? So, we have to give thanks to that. That is a very vital element within a band. The artist who can actually play very sharp and very accurate. The elements from the song, you can bring them back on stage if we ever need them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
Definite.
Listen, I'm Yellow, keyboard player.
Namdi, guitars.
Elisha, drums.
Blessed Love, this is Macy. Joshua, Flubs, Sin.
Greetings, this is Chronixx, singer. Yeah? Zincfence Band,
Yes, sir.
live. So, and you can get that? Good. Ease out, grow your heart, grow your head like you. Oh, hey, I never tried. Don't you know that's true? Grow your heart, grow your head like you. Oh, I don't every day fasting and prayer, people are wonder how me no wonder. They pass and tell me me happy. Wonder what they imply and now I'm standing just knocking on. I'm a rider on the back. Long time, for me long time, but there is something I'm trying. But Lord, I know, playing society and cry, but it's not still a strive. My God, you're nothing. Grow your head on you, Lord. I never tried. Don't you know that you are? Grow your head. fish all the moment. We see repeat. I rest a running and on every ocean sea. No get no pump, no. I jump in, take up me bag and come and reach my estate.